All right, guys, today we have a special one. You're really going to want to stay to the very end because we will be dropping some golden nuggets in today's video. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Jefferson Ortiz, alongside with my partner, John Ortiz. We are real estate investors based out of Hamilton. We started off with one wholesale deal. Today, we've done well over 200 wholesale deals, built a seven-figure wholesale business, and we have also built a real estate portfolio of about 330 multifamily units. And our goal with this channel and with these videos is to provide massive value and show people what is possible when it comes to wholesale real estate and off-market deals. All right, guys, so for today's video, we're going to be showcasing one of our students, what they were able to accomplish, because one of the biggest misconceptions people have about wholesale in Canada is that they think they need to figure it out on their own. Hey, I need to do it on my own. I need to ChatGPT, I need to YouTube it. And although that can be maybe the roadmap for some people, for most, that's not the roadmap that they decide to go. They actually, instead of going the long way, they decide to cut the learning curve. So without further ado, guys, let me go ahead and share my screen and show you guys what is possible. Again, if you commit, you put in the work, and you work extremely hard. So let me go over here. All right, guys. So this right here that I'm sharing is our inside of our community, right? So our community is called Wholesale and Multifamily Mastery, or school community. And the gentleman that I want to talk about today is Dylan. So Dylan, funny enough, he watched us on YouTube, liked what he heard, and he wanted to learn firsthand because he was brand new to wholesale real estate. What Dylan did not do is Dylan did not try to figure it out on his own, right? He had no experience, had never done real estate, was brand new to it, didn't really understand every part of the process. What Dylan did is he came in as a beginner. He came in with the right attitude. He came in, he put in the work. He didn't have years of experience in real estate. He didn't have a big buyer's list. He didn't have a team. He was just getting started out like most people, right? What he did that allowed him to close on his first deal is he was willing to learn, he was willing to take action, and he was willing to commit to the process. And those are the three things that you need if you want to be successful in this business. As a mentor, our role isn't just to give someone a course and wish them luck, but we work with Dylan throughout the process, every part of the process when it comes to how to get your first wholesale real estate deal in Canada and exactly what the process looks like. We work with Dylan through the process. We help them understand how to find the properties. We help them identify what a good property actually looked like. We help them understand the contracts, exactly how the contracts are set up, how to do it, give them a template for the contracts. We help them structure the deal so that the deal actually makes sense. We also help them answer all the questions and the challenges that came up as he was going along the journey. And then we also help them navigate the negotiation process, which is something that is very, very common in this business, right? You need to understand how to negotiate. You need to learn when to let go and when to push forward. And when it came to moving the deal and the buyers in this position, the buyer actually was a buyer that we had done many deals with. So we already had an existing relationship with. We already knew what he was looking for, and we also knew this was a legit buyer that we had done many business with. Now, that's the power of being in the right room and being with the right team, right? You can have the best deal in the world, but if you don't know how to structure it, if you don't know how to protect yourself when it comes to the paperwork, the contracts, you don't know how to find a qualified buyer and how to structure that, you're going to struggle, right? Success in wholesaling isn't one thing. It's having the right systems, having the right contracts, having the right marketing, having the right support, and having the right buyers, right? Having the right information in front of you, right? Most importantly, and I always say this in all my videos, is knowing how and knowing to take action. Again, just like Dylan, which we'll go over his deal in a second, Dylan still had to do the work. He still had to work. He still had to follow. He still had to follow through with all the steps. But again, he followed up. He stayed committed. He pushed through uncertainty, and he earned this as a result, right? Our job is to help shorten the learning curve and provide the tools, the systems, the buyers, and the support that needs to get you across the finish line. The beautiful part about the business is once you get that first deal to the finish line, it's the same process over and over and over again, right? We don't just teach wholesaling, of course, right? That is exactly why we built this community, right? We don't just do the wholesale, we do multifamily, we do land development. we help Canadians actually get deals done and get deals to the finish line. And this is a perfect example of what's possible when the right student meets the right system. So now let's actually break down what this deal looked like and how it all worked out. So again, Dylan, brand new, had no experience in real estate whatsoever, wanted to learn this business, watched us on YouTube, booked a call. We found that he was a good fit, and we found that he had what it took. Now, keep this in mind, guys. This deal was done 100% virtual between Newfoundland and Ontario. So this deal is 100% virtual wholesale deal in Canada. And you might hear this in the States, but 90% of the deals that we do are all virtual anyways. So this is very common. Now, in this particular case, Dylan got this deal from Newfoundland. All the way in Newfoundland, he was able to land a deal here because of the system. So let's talk a little bit about the deal. So again, Dylan is based out of Newfoundland, right? And he, at the beginning, we looked at Newfoundland as a market, found out that there was other stronger markets in Ontario, and so we decided to pivot towards Ontario. Now, he closed in his first deal. Again, he didn't rely on luck or some perfect deal. It was hard work, it was dedication, but we helped him sourcing the deal. This deal came through one of our favorite methods, which is called for sale by owner. And then we found the seller. Obviously, where the seller wasn't priced and where we needed to be, there was a bit of a gap. So there was a lot of negotiation back and forth with the seller. But again, Dylan stayed committed, stayed following the process, and stuck to the numbers. The numbers always have to make sense. That's the real process. Now, here's the reality. Most people quit, right? When things get hard, when the seller is not budgeting on the price. There's going to be a lot of things along the way that you need to be prepared for. You need to have the right team in place to be able to execute, right? Now, this is obviously one of the first deals, but that's where the deal came from. We negotiated, we provided with the contracts, everything was done in-house. And then when it came to, we were at the price where we needed to be, we were able to then tap into our network, because again, we've been doing this since 2021. We tapped into our network, tapped into one of our buyers, had him walk to the property, and then lo and behold, he firmed up on it, and the deal was closed, right? So the reality, guys, is this: opportunities are everywhere, even on platforms like Facebook, Kijiji, or other for sale by owner platforms. Obviously, the first no or hesitation for a sale doesn't mean the deal is dead. There's a lot of back and forth negotiation. And again, confidence comes from action, not waiting until you feel ready. Dylan didn't overcomplicate it. He stayed in, reps the the process, and that's where we got to pay. And you can see here, Dylan, thanks Jefferson and John for everything. Thanks to everyone. So again, guys, this is what's possible when you're able to commit to the process, work extremely hard, and follow through. Again, he did this deal completely virtual. Sky is the limit for Dylan. So we're very excited. Congratulations to you, Dylan. Congratulations to everybody that was involved with this deal. And that is what we do. And that's why we're so passionate about helping other people. This is truly one of the best businesses in the world. And this is the first of many, right? So if you like what you saw here, we don't want to just continue providing content. We also provide a proof process of what's actually happening within inside of our community. Again, guys, I just want to mention this. I always want to bring this up. This is not free. It did cost Dylan money to learn this business, to have the right team in place, but he invested in himself, and now he's got the reward, right? So this isn't free. So don't book a call if you expect, this to be free. There is an investment required. But again, the thing is, when you book a call, we want to understand your goals, your challenges, and where you are in your journey right now. We don't work with everybody. We work with specific group of folks that we find are a good fit, and we work alongside, and then we do deals together. So that's the way we work. So again, guys, if you're still hesitant about wholesaling, does it work in Canada? Can I do it? Look at Dylan as a perfect example of what's possible. Doing this all the way from Newfoundland, I could deal completely virtual all the way in St. Catharines, Ontario. So that's what's possible. You can 100% wholesale real estate in Canada. It is possible. Anybody can do it, but it takes the right mindset and the right commitment to be successful in this space. So again, huge congratulations to Dylan. If you're watching this and you found that Dylan's story was very relatable to you and you want to learn exactly how you can get started, I will attach the link here in the comments, but also check our YouTube page where you can book a call with our team to make sure that you're a good fit and to see how we can help you out. Again, Dylan, congratulations. Excited for the many, many more deals that we're going to do together. Great thing about this is that the buyer is also asking us for more deals. So now we're going to be able to feed him more deals. So that's what it's all about, guys. Thanks for everybody's time. Enjoy, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.